If you're watching this video, you probably already optimized your windows, but I can guarantee you've missed at least one of these 10 lesser known tweaks that can boost your FPS and lower your latency. So first, before and type in restore. Press on this, then press on create, and you can name the restore point anything. I'll just call it tweaks backup. So this will allow you to revert all of the tweaks back to default in case you need to do it. So the first optimization is going to be optimizing superfetch based on your Windows version. For that, you want to go to search, type in services. In here, press on anything and press S and find sysmain. So superfetch also you want to go to search, type in services. In here, press on anything and press S and find sysmain. So superfetch, also known as sysmain, loads apps that you frequently use into your memory to make them start faster. But if you're on Windows 10, it can cause high disk and CPU usage. But with Windows 11, it got a pretty big rework, which made it a lot more efficient. And it also, for some people, causes issues when it's disabled on Windows 11. So what you should do is double click on the service, and if you're on Windows 10, set it to disabled, and if you're on Windows 11, make sure it's set to automatic. So the second optimization is going to be disabling timer coalescing. This one is going to be done in the registry, so press Windows and R and type in regedit, and then head over to this path. I will leave all of the paths and commands mentioned in this video in the description, and I'll also leave them in our Discord server mentioned in this video. Over to this path, I will leave all of the
yeah, it worked.
The paths and commands mentioned in this video in the description, and I'll also leave them in our Discord server, discord.gg/exm, where you can find a bunch of other free tweaks and also amazing tools like our free optimization utility. Anyways, once you're in the path, right click, create a new D word and call it this.
Wait, let me. There we go. Rename. Boom. That needs to be set to 0.
Simply leave it at 0. This will disable timer coalescing, which groups background tasks together to save power, but it can lead to inconsistent input delay and frame times, so that's why it should be disabled. The third optimization is going to be enabling write caching, which for that, just go into Device Manager, Disk Drives, just select
Disk drives.
on your main one, which for me is this one. Go to Policies, and in here you can find Enable Write Caching on the device. Windows already describes what it does, but one thing I can tell you is you shouldn't enable this if you often experience power outages, as that could lead to you losing a bunch of data. But in any other case, keep it enabled. The fourth optimization is going to be disabling dynamic tick. It's basically just a power saving feature that lets Windows pause timer updates, which can lead to inconsistent frame pacing or input delay. But if you're on a laptop with poor cooling or like a low-end PC, again with poor cooling, then I wouldn't do this tweak. But if you aren't, press Windows and R, type in CMD, type in this command and you have it done. The fifth optimizer and or type in CMD. Type in this command and you have it done. The
What command? Alright, that's fine. What? Yep, it's not working.
fifth optimization is going to be enabling task offloading, which that will basically let your network adapter handle certain network related tasks like packet segmentation instead of your CPU, which of course will lead to lower CPU usage and better performance. To apply this tweak, again press Windows and R, type in CMD and apply this command. So the sixth
Yeah? What? Okay.
optimization is going to be disabling NDU, which is a Windows service which tracks your network data usage in the background, which also means that it consumes some memory and CPU resources. So nobody wants to send their data to Microsoft and also lose performance while doing it. So here's how to disable it. This is a hidden service, so you cannot find it in the services app. That means we'll have to disable it through the registry. So just press Windows and R, type in regedit, and copy this path from the description. You should find NDU, and all you need to do is just set the start to 4. That will you should Windows and R, type in regedit, and copy this path from the description. You should find NDU, and all you need to do is just set the start to 4. That will disable it. So far, if you're finding this video helpful, please like and subscribe. It will help us a ton. Anyways, let's continue. For the 7th optimization, we have another data related service, which is DiagTrack or diagnostic tracking. It just collects diagnostic and application data in the background, which again uses your system resources and also sends data to Microsoft. So to disable it, go to services, and will be under the name of connected user experiences and telemetry. Just set the startup type to disabled And if you frequently use things like diagnostic or repair tools, then set it to manual because it sometimes does break them. So for the 8th optimization, we have memory compression. Memory compression saves RAM by compressing pages instead of adding them to the disk, but it comes at a cost of using up a decent amount of CPU usage. So what I recommend doing is, if you have more than 16 gigabytes of RAM, you should disable it. And if you have less than 16 gigabytes of RAM, you should keep it enabled because you will be able to benefit from having more free RAM. So to change the setting, press Windows and R and type in PowerShell. And again, just run one of the commands from the description. So the 9th optimization, RAM. So to change the setting, press Windows and R and type in PowerShell. And again, just run one of the commands from the description. So the 9th optimization is going to be disabling fast startup, which that will make sure that your PC and all drivers properly restart, which is very important. Anyways, go to control panel, hardware and sound, power options, go to choose what the power buttons do. Make sure that under power options, go to choose what the power buttons do. Make sure that under shutdown settings, fast startup is unchecked. So the last optimization is going to be disabling connected standby. Basically, it can just put your CPU into low power state sometimes, which isn't really a good thing. When disabled, you will have more consistent performance. So just press Windows and R, type in regedit, paste in the path from description, create a new dword, and call it this. Leave it at 0. That will disable it. Alright, so that's everything.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an
Having high FPS and low input delay is essential if you want to perform well in competitive games. So in this video, I'll be going over 33 tips and tricks which will improve your FPS and input delay. If this video helps you, then our premium tweaking utility will help you so much more. We have over 3xmtweaks.com to completely optimize your PC and unlock your full potential. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to be doing is downloading the files used in the video. So for that, all you have to do is just join our Discord server. Simply head over to having high FPS and low input delay story point. And go into Windows settings, and in here go into privacy and security. Once you're in privacy and security, you simply want to go into general and disable everything there. Afterwards, go into speech and disable online speech recognition if it's enabled. Also go into inking and typing personalization and disable that. Afterwards, go into diagnostics and feedback and make sure that diagnostic data is set to sending required data and the optional data is disabled. So generally, just go into all of these categories and disable everything. The diagnostic speech and use it to revert the tweaks. Just go back to the menu. The next thing that we're going to be doing is optimizing Windows privacy settings. For that, all you have to do, go into Windows settings, and in here, go into privacy and security. Once you're in privacy and security, you simply want to go into general and go into privacy and security. Once you're in privacy and security, you simply want to go into general and disable everything there. Afterwards, go into speech and disable disable online speech recognition if it's enabled. Also go into inking and typing personalization and disable that. Afterwards, go into diagnostics and feedback and make sure that diagnostic data is set to sending required data, and the optional data is disabled. So generally just go into all of these categories and disable everything as we're doing right now. Activity history, another thing you should disable, and search permissions. So here most of it should be disabled by default, but isn't, then do it. I would also recommend disabling safe search, and then in searching windows I would just select the classic indexing. Alright, so the third optimization that we're going to be doing is disabling game bar. For that, all you have to do is just go into gaming, which is 2 categories above privacy and security. Go into game bar and just make sure that this is set to off. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to be doing is going to require the folder, so open that back up again. So the fourth set of optimizations is going to be uninstalling useless apps, and for that, all you have to do is just run this as administrator.
In the next 5 seconds, you'll see an idea go from sketch to clay to shape, and become a website.
This is the ultimate for you. Start off with the in-game video settings. For window mode, windowed full on off setting, then 20 looks you are on a low-end PC. I'll show you how to properly implement. There's 2 methods that are 5% of cases. This FPS work with some should use. Waste some time in chapter 7. How to prevent distance low. The network packets of Fortnite over any other packets. That will lead to lower and more stable ping, and it can also fix packet loss. First, we need to make sure that the QoS policy driver is enabled and gpedit is installed, because without it, it won't properly work. It's a pretty complicated process, so I've decided registry tweaks are one of the easiest and most effective ways to boost FPS and reduce latency. And today I'm going to be showing you 15 that actually work. So if you want to completely optimize your PC, make sure to check out exmtweaks.com. We have over 3,500 real pod server, which is the second link in the description. Also, sorry if my voice is cooked. I'm kind of on our Discord server, which is the second link in the description. Also, sorry if my voice is cooked. I'm kind of sick right now, but I'm gonna record this video anyways, because, you know, I gotta get y'all right. Anyways, once you're in the Discord server, simply head over to EXM free tweak resources and there find 15 registry tweaks and press on the download link once you're in there. And this will take you to a Google Drive. Press on the top folder right here, press download. And yeah, while it's downloading, make sure to like and subscribe. This will help the video and the algorithm, and it will enable me to give you more amazing free tweaks. Anyways, it should show up in the top right corner right here, so just press on it and then extract. Now you have the folder. So the first step that we're going to be doing is making a restore point, because if you want to get rid of the tweaks, all you have to do is just use a restore point and it will completely revert them. Anyways, make sure to just run this as administrator, press 1, and boom, it will create a restore point. So yeah, after that, press OK and you can exit out. But yeah, in case you ever want to use a restore point, all you have to do is just go back into the menu and press 2. It will open up this menu where you just press choose a different restore point and you select the EXM tweaks restore point. And yeah, so now let's get on with the tweaks. So first of all you have to do is just select one of these files. So I highly recommend using the PDF file as Yo, what's up guys? So in latency we're found g/ex and restore point, and the restore point after we're going GPU preemption, and simply take this path and paste it over here, so it will be like computer slash boom, and here Right click on this, press new. New, the word 32-bit to be doing is Windows 32 priority and 2 extra settings. And simply head over to the txt file and copy the path from the txt file like